to North Dakota State Stadium. Sometimes it just seems the electricity is turned up for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. It's the Sacramento State Hornets and the North Dakota State Bison. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. So North Dakota State lined up and ready to kick it away to get this thing started. He'll bring it out. It's Rainey. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Gonna run it. It's Curtis. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Myers on the move. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Oof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you've got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Curtis. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do right.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone when they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Zings it complete to the right.
Yeah, and we talk about tackling as a defense all the time. 3rd down, money down. They catch the football. Nice job breaking on it, getting them on the ground, and not allowing any yards after the catch.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The run inside. It's Scott. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Might as well stick with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to pass, it's Hayes. He turns that loose down the right side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. And here comes the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with a score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
It'll be 3rd and long. A run for the quarterback. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass. But up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. They did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
He'll field the punt and take it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Dropping back, it's Hayes. He's got the back in the middle. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Running inside, it's Scott. He breaks a tackle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quick completion to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mitchell. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Pulls it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It's complete on the right side. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Coleman's got it on the right side. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Just keep slinging it. He's got it. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Backed up now, here's second and long. The run inside. It's Curtis. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Sacramento State.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he added the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to throw, it's Hayes. Makes the grab, it's Scott. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Running inside, it's Scott. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Catch in the middle. It's Collins. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Caught by Williams on the right. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Back to pass on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Hayes. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he missed it. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throws to the back. Got a man. It's Curtis. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll take a deep shot here. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. Let's get things popping this week with Kentucky taking on the number 6 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Wildcats with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what...
Caught, and he's got room. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That's caught. It's Mitchell. Hard running there. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
The offense is going to stay on the field now. This is within field goal range, but they already have one miss today. Looking for a push on fourth down. Wide open spaces. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Yeah, nice job by the running back. I like he understood that it was 4th and 1. I got to get that first down. And how about the blocking up front, creating a hole, creating some space. Not only did he get the first down, makes the big play, sparks this offense.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Using his feet. Touchdown, North Dakota State. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Fielded in the end zone, it's raining. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll go to the counter play. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Curtis. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat.
Runs through a man. He might have some space. Inside the and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Sacramento State. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And what a nice ball. You could see he sees him running the corner route, lays it out in front, catches the ball, and nice job catching the ball and then doing what? Getting upfield, not running out of bounds, not getting pushed out, not getting tackled. Nice job after the catch, getting vertical, getting to the end zone.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Using his legs, it's Scott. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And late in the football games, coaches are like, don't make the mistake. In this offense, they just did it. Tie football game, they put the ball on the deck, the defense recovers. Now they're going to have to depend on their defense to come out, get a stop, and keep them in this football game.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Kick is in the air. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Hayes. Might be looking to run. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Snap it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
To the air, it's Hayes. Rushes on him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Grabbed behind the line, it's Burrell. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Finding some room. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Defense in press coverage. To the air on first down. On the left side, here's Coleman.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
After that incompletion here, tied in the fourth quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock? Or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll try it again. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Six-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Trying to impose their will with the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Here comes the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Sacramento State. They move on top here on the 4th.
And it's go time. You need a play late, and the big tight end comes through for you. You find him, he does the rest, catches the football, gets in for the touchdown, and now you take the lead.
And they tacked on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man, it's Hayes. Makes the grab. Drills him with the stiff arm. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Obviously, that was important. Got to get the 1st down. Now we got to get some chunk plays, get this ball across the 50 and get in scoring position.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And his throw is incomplete.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable fourth down if I don't complete this third and long.
Another incompletion on third down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Quarterback decides, let's think this fourth down. Over, and he calls a timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Quarterback may change this route. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Escapes the pressure to his right. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
So now it's second and long. Brown wants to pass. Lets it fly. Pass to the end zone. Caught for a touchdown in the final seconds, and they're just a point away from tying it up. They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. He'll bring it out. It's Rainey. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Looking down the middle. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Running inside, it's Scott. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Brown will throw it. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
They want to keep this drive alive. 3rd and short here in overtime. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy has had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. There's some room. Touchdown, North Dakota State. They strike first in the extra period. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Working the middle, it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Trying to run, it's Curtis. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Almost had the huge interception there. Man, what a change that would have been. Instead, we're looking at 3rd down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
3rd down, and they need a touchdown to stay in the game. Direct snap. Touchdown, Sacramento State. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with 1 play to win this football game.
We play on 1st down here in the 2nd overtime period. With the catch, it's Burrell. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Using his legs, it's Curtis. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
He caught it, and he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now because...
Got it! Touchdown, Sacramento State! Got it in like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He's looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. They got it. Executed beautifully, and the lead is 8 in double OT. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Might be calling a hot route. Brown wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, North Dakota State. They got one score they needed. Now they need the deuce to send us to triple OT. They need this two-point conversion to send us to triple overtime. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. They couldn't get it in, and what a heartbreaking way for this one to end in double overtime. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great